Hello my dear bankers, we are here with first video for JIB on the subject accounting and finance for bankers. You are supposed to use this book which is published by Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. These are the various chapters in this book. We are going to follow the serial order which is given over here. Module A, Business Mathematics and Finance. Module B, Principle of Bookkeeping and Accountancy. Module C, Final Accounts. And Module D, which is Banking Operations. So let's begin with the first chapter in accounts, calculation of interest and annuities. The first topic discussed in the Macmillan's book is simple interest. The formula for simple interest is PRT divided by 100. Here P stands for principal, R stands for rate of interest per annum, T stands for the time period in years divided by 100. Let us discuss an example. A student purchases a computer by obtaining a loan on simple interest. The computer cost rupees 1500 and the interest rate on the loan is 12% per annum. If the loan is to be paid back after 2 years, calculate the total amount to be paid back after 2 years. A very simple problem. If you first always collect the data, the principal amount, that is the amount which he had borrowed, was 1500. The interest rate is 12% per annum. He has said to calculate the amount by considering simple interest. Time period T was 2 years. So we'll use the formula for simple interest, that is PRT upon 100. 1500 into 12 into 2 upon 100. So answer comes to 360 rupees. This is the simple interest which he has to pay on rupees 1500. So the total amount to be repaid is equal to 1500 plus 360 is equal to 1860. Banker friends, it's a kind suggestion to all of you. Kindly do not jump on the topics further. Go in sequence. Though the problems might look simple, but go in this order so that your fundamentals will be clear and you will be confidently solving the problems. The second part in this chapter is compound interest. The formula for compound interest is FV is equal to PV in bracket 1 plus R raised to power N. See, here FV stands for future value, PV stands for present value, that is the amount invested today. R is the rate per compounding. Just focus here, don't try to rush. R is, don't say is just percentage or rate, it is rate per compounding. You will understand the importance of this word a couple of minutes later, but at present remember this is rate per compounding, not rate per annum. It is rate per compounding. N is number of compounding. Again, N is not number of years, it is number of compounding. See friends, this future value, you can say this as future value is equal to present value 1 plus R raised to power N. PV is the amount which you are investing today, and this is the future value which you will get after a couple of months, couple of years, or after some period. By this formula, what you are actually doing is you are compounding the amount, and try to listen and keep it in your mind the lines which I speak, because in JAIIB exam you have theory questions as well as numericals. So these are some of the theory important points, so try to focus on what I talk. Future value is present value. This is the amount which I have invested, and this is FV is the amount which I will get, and this process is called compounding, where I calculate the future value when the present value is given. Now if you shuffle this formula, take 1 plus r to this side, then the formula for present value becomes present value is equal to future value divided by 1 plus r raised to n. Quite okay. So this formula, by this formula, if you get present value when future value is given. See, look, somebody, if someone asks you that after 1 year I am getting 11,000, then what should be the amount which I need to invest today? That is, future value is given, present value is to be calculated. Fine. So these are the formula 1 and this formula second, both are same. This you are going to use when you are supposed to calculate the future value. This you are going to use when you are supposed to calculate the present value. Calculation of present value when future value is given is called discounting. Remember this word properly. Calculation of future value when present value is given is called compounding. Calculation of present value when future value is given is called discounting. Fine. Banker friends, one more important point before moving ahead. This topic which we are discussing is also important, or is also in the syllabus of CAIIB. They have subject number 1 called Advanced Bank Management ABM, in which they have this topic. So this video is for both JAIIB accounts and CAIIB paper 1. So both the aspirants can watch this video and learn this topic. Let us move on to question number 2. Calculate the final amount accumulated in the following cases. P amount, that is the principal amount, is 10,000. R is 6% per annum and time is 2 years. The cases given over here are compounded annually, compounded semi-annually and compounded quarterly. Just star mark over here. See, the principal amount is 10,000, rate is per annum and time is 2 years. In school days we used to calculate what will be the final value after 2 years, but now the chapter, this is the advanced topic. Here the compounding, there are 3 cases given: compounded annually, same data; compounded semi-annually, but this data is same; compounded quarterly, and this data is same. So let us start with first case, to calculation of final value when it is compounded annually. Compounded annually means what? You or the bank or where you are investing this amount are going to pay you the interest per year. They are going to calculate the interest per year, add that interest to the principal amount, and again calculate the interest for second year. This is how it goes. So interest or the amount will be compounded annually. The formula is quite simple. FV is equal to PV into 1 plus R raised to power n. Present value is 10,000, bracket 1 plus R is 6%, which was given 6 by 100. Why 100? Because it is percentage, so you have to divide it by 100. Bracket square. 10,000 in bracket, 1 plus 6 by 100 is 0.06 raised to power 2. Bankers, kindly note, some have negligently do this calculation, and what they do is 1 plus 6, 7 by 100, so it is 0.07 square, and they get wrong answers. you have to follow BODMAS over here, which we learned in school days. That is bracket you have to solve first, and in the bracket this division has to be solved first. So 6 by 100 needs to be done first, then you have to add 1, so it becomes 1.06. In this chapter this is a very important point to be noted and to be remembered. It is 1.06. 1.06 square. Again, some people what they do is 1.06 into 2. It's not that way. It is 1.06 into 1.06 into 10,000. Again, some have a habit of starting calculator operations from here. That is what they do is they type 10,000 multiplied by the bracket and all those stuff. So don't do it in that way. Start from 1.06 into 1.06 and then into 10,000. So I got answer 11,236 rupees. This is the future value or the final amount when the compounding is annual. Fine. Let us move to second case. The second case is you are supposed to calculate the final amount with semi-annual compounding. See, bankers, the formula will not change. It is PV 1 plus R raised to power n, compounding formula, calculation of future value. But the thing is that here the compounding is semi-annual. What does this mean? The bank or where you are investing the amount is going to pay you the interest after every 6 months. Our per annum rate was 6%, but they are not going to pay you 6% after every 6 months. What they do is they divide this 6 by 2, so they are going to pay you 3% after every 6 months. I hope you have got this point. So put it in the formula, 10,000 in the bracket 1 plus R will be here 3%, not 6. Why so? Because they are paying us interest twice a year. So 6 divided by 2, so it becomes 3. 3 by 100 because it is percentage raised to power. Now look here, what I have done over here is this is 2 into 2. Why so? Just focus. The total period was 2 years. Every year you are going to get 2 times the interest. So 2 times in 1 year multiplied by 2 years. So this is in all 4 times. Do you remember in this formula I highlighted that saying that R is rate per compounding and N is number of compounding. Now you could understand this. R is rate per compounding. Every 6 months you are going to get 3%, and 4 is number of compounding. The period was actually 2 years, but how many compoundings are there? There are 4 compoundings. So it becomes 1.03 raised to power 4. 10,000 multiplied by 1.1255 and answer is 11,255. Friends, I need to show you how this part or this calculations are done on calculator. You are supposed to use this type of calculator in exam. Engineering calculators, mobile phone calculators are not allowed, and in such calculators you don't have an option of raised to power 4. So how you are going to proceed with? Just focus here. I'll switch on my calculator. Now see, don't start with this 10,000. Start with 1.03. So I'll type here 1.03. Is it very clear? See, can you see 1.03? Next, what you are going to do is 1.03 raised to 4. So you have to multiply this not by 4. You have to multiply the same number 4 times. So what you are going to do is press this multiplication sign once. Okay. Then press equal to sign. So you got a number 1.0609. And if you focus over here at the corner, you got 03. This is actually a counter. So now if you could understand 1.0609, this is the answer when this is actually square of 1.03. 1.03 square is this, but the number counter over here is showing 03 and this is square. So this counter is one digit ahead. We want up to 4, that is we want raised to power 4. So what you are supposed to do is just keep on pressing equal to sign once. ठीक है, one more, बरोबर. So see, if you see, you will get 5 over here. I want the raised to power 4. So whenever you will get 5, you stop, and this is the answer of raised to power 4. Fine. Then see, I have written here the answer was 1.1255. I have written here 1.1255. I'll show you it again. See, 0. Here the counter is 0. I'll start with 1.03 raised to power 4. See, 1.03. Next is press multiplication sign, put is equal to sign, check the counter. Here you will get 3. This is the answer for square. I want the answer for raised to power 4. So keep on pressing equal to sign and up to you get 5 over here. You want answer for 4. Here it should be 5. So I'll press equal to one more time again. So I got 5 over here. So this is the answer for raised to power 4. See, this raised to power 4 into 10,000. So if you could continue, multiplied by 10,000 equal to, and this is our answer, that is 11,255. This is semi-annual compounding raised to power 4. Period was 2 years, but semi-annual, so I got 4 over here. Hope you are clear with. Next is third case, that is you are supposed to calculate the final amount when the compounding is quarterly done. See, quarterly compounding means what? The party or the bank is going to pay you 4 times interest per year. So they are not going to pay you 6% 4 times. 6% divided by 4, that is 1.5% after 4 times a year. 1.5% they will pay you 4 times in 1 year. So total how many times they are going to pay you the interest? 4 times a year and 2 years period. So I'll get 8 over here. Hope you are getting it. 8. Why so? That is, again the formula is same. PV into bracket 1 plus R raised to power n. N is number of compounding. How many times the compounding is occurring? 4 times in a year and 2 years I have invested. So it will be 8. Rate of interest will be 6 divided by 4, that is 1.5. 1 plus 1.5 by 100 raised to power 8. 1.5 by 100 is 0.015 and then plus 1. Don't start from 1 plus in such a way. Start over here. 1.5 upon 100, you get an answer, then add it to 1, so you get 1.015. Now it is raised to power 8. So how I calculate this? Just look here. See, I'll put a calculator over here. 1 point, the number is 1.015, correct? 1.015. Multiply sign once, then put is equal to sign. See, you got a number over here and you got 3 over here. So this is actually square. The counter here says 3. So this is 1 digit ahead. What? How many times? I want 8 times. So keep on pressing equal to sign up to you get 9 over here. See, I'll start. Continue further. Equal to, again equal to, again equal to. How many times? Don't count. You need not to count. It's the work of this calculator. It will do it properly. Here you got 9. So this answer is 8 times you have multiplied it, and the answer is 1.12649. I have written over here. Can you see? Calculator answer and what I have written here. Then multiply by 10,000 and you will get 11,265 is your final amount. Let us continue with next example. Population of a town increases by 5% every year. The present population is 1 million. Estimate the population 3 years ago. See, I have shown it diagrammatically. The present population over here is 1 million. Okay, this is present population. They want population 3 years ago. You have to go back 3 years ago. So how the problem you are going to present it is, you consider that it's not population, say it's an amount. The amount over here is 1 million and you are supposed to calculate the amount over here. So this is actually the present value and this is future value. Now you will say, sir, this is the present, it is 1 million, so I'll call this as present value. No, you don't look that this is present population, past population, future. Just understand the word. This 1 million is population after 3 years if I consider this as present value. So present value is unknown, future value is 1 million, 3 years period, and they have given the rate of growth is 5% every year. Okay, so I'll use the formula. Though the problem is of population, you are going to use the same formula. Future value is present value 1 plus r raised to n. Future value is 1 million. 1 million means how much? It is 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs is equal to present value in bracket 1 plus 5 by 100 raised to power 3. So present value 1.05 raised to power 3. Again on calculator, if you want to see this calculation, see 1.05 raised to power 3. So this is how it goes, 1.05 raised to power 3, press into sign, equal to, you got 3 in the corner. I want raised to power 3, so I will press equal to sign. At corner I got 4, so this is cube. It is 1.1576. See here, I have written 1.1576. 10 lakhs is equal to present value into 1.1576. Present value is equal to 10 lakhs divided by 1.1576. So the answer is 8,63,856. And this is the population over here. So if you want to check, you can do other way around. Here the population we got an answer as 8,63,856. If you put it over here, rate 5%, 3 year, and solve this, you will get an answer of 10 lakhs over here. This is how it goes. 3 years ago, the population is 8,63,856, which becomes 1 million after 3 years. Hope you are getting the problems. Next, cost of machine is rupees 20,000. The rate of depreciation is 10% per annum. Array, how come this depreciation? Some bankers may think we are learning the topic of simple interest, compound interest, annuity. How come depreciation over here? Depreciation problems are to be solved by using the same formula for future value and present value. Cost of machine is given, fine. Rate of depreciation is 10%. Find the value of the machine after 3 years. See, find the average. Again, one more question is find the average rate of depreciation. The formula, I have put a star over here. I have used another ink. See, whenever you are solving problem of depreciations, you are calculating the value in future or in past, use minus sign over here. So formula becomes future value is equal to present value in bracket 1 minus r raised to power n. This negative sign is because the future value here will be less than the present value. If you could understand, say 100 rupees is cost of machine, 10% is rate of depreciation. After 1 year you are not going to increase its value, the value is going to decrease. So it will be 90 rupees after 1 year. So that's why formula is same but sign is minus whenever the problem is for depreciation. So future value is equal to 20,000 1 minus 10 upon 100 raised to power 3. 10 upon 100 raised to power 3, that is now again you can solve this. I have written here 90 by 100. You can do other way around, you are allowed to use calculators. Start over here, 10 by 100, it is 0.1. 0.1, then 1 minus 0.1, you will get directly 0.90. Clear? 20,000 in bracket 0.90 raised to power 3. See, 0.90, we'll use the calculator, we'll make it 0, we'll clear the screen. Start from 0.90, okay, raised to power 3. So multiplication sign equal to, you got a number over here, counter, you got 3 over here, you want raised to power 3, so counter 1 ahead, so press one more time equal to, you got 4 over here. Fine, so this is the answer of cube. So I have written here, or you need not to write, 0.729 the answer for this. Multiply by 20,000, so continue ahead, multiplied by 20,000 and you will get an answer 14,580. If you see, the value of machine was 20,000 originally. After 3 years, 10% if you reduce every year, it becomes 14,580. Now if somebody asks you what is the amount of depreciation, you will calculate. The original value was 20,000, the new value is this. If you subtract this 14,000 from 20,000, you will get 5,420, which is the amount of depreciation in 3 years. Now they have asked you to calculate average rate of depreciation. Actually you will be confused. The rate of depreciation is 10% per annum, but this is average. That is, this much amount is depreciated in 3 years. So see, what I have done is 5420 divided by 3 and divided by 20,000, because this is the amount on 20,000. So 5,420 upon 20,000 divided by 3 into 100. But again, some people while doing this calculation commit some mistake. See, what you are supposed to do is 5420, clear, divided by 20,000. So now remember, now you will press equal to sign, you will get an answer. Now what people do is, here it is written multiply by 3, so they multiply over here by 3. No, that is wrong. Again, 5420 divided by 20,000 equal to, and it is divided by 3, so not multiply it, you have to divide by 3 equal to, so you got 0.090 into 100, then multiply by 100 equal to, you got an answer 9.033%. This is the average rate of depreciation, and 10% was the normal rate of depreciation per annum, which is compounded. Fine, is it clear? Friends, the numericals or the formulas which we studied were related to calculation of interest. We studied simple interest and compound interest. Compound interest, there are some patterns like compounded annually, quarterly, semi-annually. Then we studied one problem of population, then one of depreciation. Now the next topic is annuities, which we shall continue in next video. So I'll stop over here and we shall continue with this annuity in second video. Thank you for watching, and do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon Also, kindly share these videos with your banker friends. These will be really helpful to all of you. Thank you.